Hi, it's Double975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One, and today I got some footage of my cutter in action for you, and I wanted to talk about my cutter as being a really good pirate ship, but one I don't use very often. Here I am scooping up my ill-gotten gains. If you're wondering why I started shooting at the police, it's because they were scanning me, and once you shoot at them they stop scanning you and just focus on shooting you, so you don't get fined or, into trouble for all that illegal illicit cargo you're carrying. So I'm here scooping up the remains of a pirate attack on a trader while the police are shooting at me, and as you can see, my cutter can tank the lot. It can sit here as long as I need it to and just collect and collect and collect. Occasionally my limpets will get taken out by the police missiles, but other than that, it's fine, and that is what makes it one of the best pirate ships in the game. However, it's the pirate ship I use the least because it's too big, too scary, too intimidating, and people tend to combat log immediately when they see one. The irony of the fact the cutter is the ship that logs the most, and most people log on my cutter. You can't win either way. Here I am involved in a bit of PvP. I was late to this PvP fight. I come out of the station and Orc asked me to get involved in killing this guy. He had actually fought with our boys earlier in the evening, and then he switched sides and fought against them. So I was actually in the station for other reasons. I think I was just buying some stuff, and I got invited into a party and asked if I could help kill this guy. So you'll see here as the fight continues, Deck jumps out and has to go offline, so it's just me and Orc left, and at that point Orc starts getting focused by everyone, and you'll see Orc shields, but the joy of the cutter is we can happily kill this guy before having to low wake away from the other three guys in his wing, because the cutter can only be really mass locked by another cutter. It's so fast, so big, it's very, very difficult to mass lock it, meaning you can low wake out in most situations. Though, as always, I would recommend high waking because you don't get mass locked ever, and it's not always smart to low wake. Especially if you're in a wing of cutters. But this guy, I'm not set up for PvP combat in this thing. This is my pirate cutter, but my missiles are very good at taking out modules, and my multi-cannons are very fearsome. They are all but one are overcharged. The emissive one is efficient, but other than that they're all overcharged, tier 5, and with various effects. And they do pump out quite a lot of DPS. It's a weird one, the cutter, because the hardpoint placement's not the best. The hardpoints themselves mean it's basically an FDL plus vulture, but you'll struggle with time on target. Maneuverability is not the best. There are some issues with fighting in cutters in PvP. Me personally, I'm not a fan of big ship combat. I'm not a fan of flying a big ship full stop, and the cutter drifts like a bastard. So I tend to avoid it, and I use my medium ship, the Crate, as my main pirate ship these days. The Bad Penny is way more fun to use than this, even though, as you saw in a recent video, its shields are not anywhere near as good when it comes to sitting there and scooping while the police are shooting at you. But they've got enough that I can usually get my ill-gotten gains to get out before they go down. However, I don't think my Crate could have done this, which is sit and tank like Orc's cutter is. If you look now, Orc's cutter's taking a hell of a beating, but we're sat here quite happily, making sure we get our kill before we have to leg it. Orc's being focused by the other three guys in this wing. They're all in PvP ships. They're blasting all kinds of hell out of him, but as you can see from his shields, he's able to tank it long enough that we can get the kill, and then we can low wake out of here. It's amazing how much damage a cutter can take. It was also amazing how good they are on the ram, but it's still not my favorite pirate ship to use, even though it's probably one of the best. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you with this kill and say that's all. Catch you in the next one.